So it's time to cook dinner, but I ran into a little problem. I need to use my cast iron and it's dirty. I thought I would just show you how I take this pan from this situation to ready to cook dinner. First thing I'm gonna do is tell you that having a cast iron pan is not as scary as you think it is. I promise you. Next thing I'm gonna tell you is don't be afraid to use dish soap. The old rule is that you're not supposed to use soap in a cast iron pan, but that was really meant for a long time ago when the soap that we used to contain lye. And the lye that was used in the soap would damage your cast iron pan. It's safe enough to wash ducklings. It's safe enough to wash your cast iron pan. This is a Lodge pan. I like to reference their pages. They're very knowledgeable on how to take care of their own products. The other place that I like to go, Cowboy Cook, he does a lot of cast iron cooking. His name is Kent Rollins. He's a gem. So Lodge, cast iron, and Kent Rollins. I'm just gonna take this paper towel and just kind of wipe out the big pieces. The other thing I keep handy is a little scraper. This literally has been in my kitchen, has traveled all over the United States with me. Pampered Chef little scraper. Really, really handy for these little bits that are just stuck on there. Get this water in my sink hot, and I'm gonna spray it with a little bit of soap. All right, the pan is now washed, and I just dry it off with these paper towels to start with. Sort of semi-dry, because the next step is gonna finish it off, and that's on your stovetop. Cast iron is washed. I used soap. It's not that big of a deal. Finish drying this out by turning on the burner and letting it just finish drying. It's on medium heat. I'm just gonna make sure that there are no more wet spots that I can tell are left on here. And then I'm just gonna feel around to make sure that everything is nice and warm. All right, it's just been a couple of minutes and already I can tell that this is all dry. There's no more moisture left in this pan. This is what we're looking for. My pan isn't perfect, but I've worked really hard on this. Heat is turned off. I'm just going to take a little bit of lard, and it can be any kind of oil that you have. Olive oil is what I used whenever I first got started with cast iron. So I just put a little bit on the end of my paper towel. This pan is warm, and now I'm just gonna rub it around. Nice new layer of oil, finishing out the sealing process. Again, like I said, this was already ready to go. This pan just stays out on my stove. I use it multiple times a week. This is what we have now. Good to go. Let me know if you have any questions.